In today's part 3 and final episode, I believe I may have uncovered clues to an ongoing mystery. Where is my Revolutionary War Patriot grandfather really buried? Officially, his final resting place is unknown. His reported death date of June of 1845 is incorrect. And everyone who has filed for SAR under his name have all reported this incorrect date. You see, until the invention of the internet, access to public information typically involved long and arduous research, mostly through the help of genealogists or visiting court records and libraries. Today, many of these records have been scanned and uploaded to national databases, available by the click of a mouse. At the end of the video, I will present evidence that points to the cemetery featured in this video as the probable location of his true burial site. Stay tuned. Hello you guys, welcome back. It's Sunday, and I hadn't anticipated coming out and trying to find my last grandfather's grave today, because today is my travel back to Virginia day. You know, I've been doing a lot of research on Isaac Jones, who is my third great grandfather. I was pretty certain that his grave would be on the farm that I'm at now. The trouble is, there was a survey done in 1936 on all the cemeteries in this county, and it names the cemetery and it gives the location on an individual's farm back in 1936. But it also gives like the approximate mile marker where to find it, which is 180-degree opposite of where I am right now. I went and found an 1886 map of this area, and it listed everybody who lived here. But I found two names on that map that corresponded to some names in that cemetery on this farm. Hey, catch my breath. This is steep. Okay, I catch my breath. Anyway, in 1885, there was a survey done, a voting survey, and it listed two individual names. And those names was Freeland and Dodd. And my grandfather was buried in the Freeland and Dodd Cemetery. And I looked all over this part of the county for those two names. And I found all kinds of Freeland, the name Freeland, from that time period. But I did not find Dodd, except in one spot. It was on this farm. And everybody told me there's no cemetery here. I found a guy that owns it. He hunts this and he goes, there is a cemetery there. And we're up here trying to find it. And I don't know if this is the one that my grandfather's buried at or not. But if it is, I solved a big riddle. And I'm going to go and find a grave. And I'm going to correct a mistake. It'd be ironic that the survey that was performed in 1936 would be wrong. Anyway, gosh, this is steep. I'm told it's about 150 yards up here. Real brushy. And on the right. I'm told to follow the ridge, that there'd be a flat. And here's a flat. It's a little flat. The hills here are not mountains, but they hold their own. They are steep. Here's a flat. Now this looks like a road. Keep going. I see it. All right, you guys, I found it. This is the cemetery. This is the Freeland and Dodge Cemetery. And according to the survey that was done in 1936, there were only 8 tombstones that were legible. One of them is this one right here, which is David Rice, 1815 to 1892. And this is Dilemma, his wife. They're interned at the Freeland and Dodge Cemetery. We found it. So we're going to put this on the map. We're going to show where this actually is located. A lot of the tombstones are like this, which are not legible now. This one is Jesse L. I can't really read that. Davis. Jesse Davis, 1877. This is where she's buried. There's a row here. Here's a headstone. Here's a headstone here. This is Mary Davis here. Look, there is a tombstone here with a footstone or another headstone, and there's a big dip in the ground right there. There's a dip in the ground right here. There's a headstone right there. I tried to fix this one, but I can't. There's nothing on it. There is a headstone right here. Take a look at this. See if there's a name on this. This almost looks like a survey point. Don't see a name. There are tombstones all down through here. Here's a tombstone right here. Here's a tombstone right there. They're in a line right here. And here's a tombstone. Here's a tombstone. It looks like a child here. A footstone and a headstone. Jones. I can see it. Jones. I think this is it. It's barely legible. He was born in 1805, I believe. All right, so this is also Jones right here. And this could be his wife, or this could actually be him here. It's him or his wife. They're beside each other. It's really hard to make out. I'll blow it up, see what I can do to show you all blown up, but I can see Jones on there. And this would be his wife. And so they're side by side. Here's the other big one. The Freeland. I see scratches here, but I can't make out any names on that. his name. I got a picture of that. I can't really tell the name. What this says. I'm gonna take a picture of that. This cemetery is not on a map, and I'm going to put it on the map, and we're going to correct what's been incorrected, which states that this cemetery is 3 miles northeast of the town that's nearest us, and we are actually 3 miles southwest of that town. But again, the only reason I suspected it here is because I looked at an 1885 map, and that 1885 map showed both a Dodd and a Freeland living beside each other. With this being the only Dodd and Freeland living side by side in 1885, I thought I would take a look here. And it's here we found it. So Isaac Jones is buried here in this cemetery. He's my third great grandfather. He is the son of my Patriot ancestor, Joshua Jones. I know this doesn't mean a lot to you guys. It may not mean anything to you guys. But if you love history and you're into genealogy, then you know what it means. And that's what it means to me. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get some photographs here. I'll give some last parting thoughts. I'm gonna go up the road here if my cousin is up there, and I'll show you, or I'll tell you a scary spook story that happened up there. All right, you guys, I'm here sitting with Linda, and I'm not going to show her. She doesn't want to be shown. Now, Linda, up the valley here.
I was taking a walk up there where your great-grandparents lived, and all at once I seen a chimney. It was a rock chimney. It's not brick. It was rock. There was about all that much, about maybe 4 or 5 feet of it. So I came back and I said, Mom, was there a house down there by Larnard's place? Yes, there was. Said it burnt down. There was a little girl, and she got burned up. She would come down that road with the basket. She'd have a yellow dress on, and she would be singing. That was one of the ghost stories.
Isaac Jones and his wife Anna lived here. And both were verified in the 1936 cemetery readings as being buried here, as being one of the 8 readable headstones at that time. Their son Reason Jones and his wife Eliza had a daughter named Elizabeth, Joshua Jones's granddaughter. They are buried near here. We know that Isaac and Anna and possibly Polly were buried in the Freeland and Dodge Cemetery within eyesight of their valley home. Joshua Jones's first will, dated June 20th, 1845, states that his big family Bible was to go to his granddaughter Elizabeth. Not mentioned in this will is his son Isaac and daughter Polly. Elizabeth, who inherited Joshua's Bible, passed his Bible to the Freelands, and it was Miss Freeland who produced his Bible during the 1936 cemetery reading. In Joshua's second will, dated July 20th, 1845, he added Isaac and Polly to be given $1,842. At the time of writing this will, Joshua was feeble and dying. I also believe that Joshua wrote this second will because Isaac and Polly were caring for him at their house on States Fork Run. Joshua passed away sometime between July 20th and October 6th when his will was probated. But where was he buried? According to the 1936 Cemetery Survey, the Freeland and Dodge Cemetery predates 1845 and would be the logical location for his interment, and why his son Isaac would later be buried there. I presented this information to the National Historian for the Sons of the American Revolution in New York, who reached out to me and agrees, and will be presenting it for official recognition. Thanks for watching.